Hello and welcome to this updated video guide for completing the Chrysalis in Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. My name's TS, and in this video you'll learn everything you need to know to get yourself killed. Unless your melee DPS are on the ball, you'll probably wipe here, so let's take a look why. As the main tank, you don't need to care about positioning the boss this time. During the fight, Nabriales will frequently target you with Spark, which deals moderate damage. However, tanks and healers need to pay attention here because he will also occasionally cast a spell called Double, or one called Triple. These spells will cause his next Spark to hit 2 or 3 times in a row. Double isn't so bad, but triples can be strong enough to kill, so as the main tank you want to use some damage mitigation, especially for triples. Healers should also keep an eye on what the boss is doing to know when to expect higher damage. Generally, this is not that difficult, but a combination of no tank mitigation and no heals can cause Triple Spark to be lethal. At around 85%, the boss will teleport to the middle and go all Dragon Ball Z. During this time, Nabriales is invulnerable and a large number of red and metallic looking balls will keep spawning around the edges of the room. From there, they slowly move towards the boss. Any balls that reach him will buff the attack that he's preparing. The task here is to spread out and run into the balls, making them explode. However, the 2 ball types will debuff you with weakness either to physical or magic. This means you'll want to alternate between the balls you detonate, because you'll take increased damage from each subsequent ball of the same type. When you detonate the alternative type, your debuff will switch. Do note that you can take 2 of the same type in a row if you have to, but don't go for 3. Also, during this ball time, Shadow Sprite ants may spawn occasionally. These will cast massive conal AoE attacks that inflict slow, so nearby tanks should try and grab them to face away, and nearby DPS should kill them. Once the balls stop appearing, Nabriales will AoE the group, which can deal substantial damage if you let too many balls through. After this, he'll go back to sparking the tank, but will also frequently teleport to a random location and cast a line AoE at a random player. This can get a little annoying for melee, but at around 40% he'll teleport to the middle again for a second set of balls, so just repeat what you did earlier. After this second set of balls, he'll repeat the same mechanics you've already seen until 20%. At this point, he will hit everyone with a debuff called Blight and open up a portal in the middle of the room. This portal will try and suck everyone towards it and send you to the Shadow Realm. Now I need to explain a few things here, so listen up. Blight deals damage over time and increases the damage you take. It lasts for 18 seconds, and when it runs off, you'll be sent through the portal regardless. What you should do is run away from the portal until it wears off. Any buff or debuff that is active when you go through the portal has its duration extended by 10 times. This is why you want to drop Blight before going through. Now, the key thing here is that you should also save all of your big cooldown buffs for this moment and pop them before you go through, because they then last for a super long time. DPS should pop damage, tanks should pop mitigation, and healers should pop whatever it is they have. Through the portal is where the wipes happen. Nabriales won't be here, but there'll be a number of meteors landing with a giant one in the middle. For each meteor landing, a single tank should stand underneath it and take the hit. No one else, because you'll probably die. Meteors that land without hitting someone deal massive raid damage, so the 2 tanks should split up and catch them as they come down one by one. Popping damage mitigation before coming to the Shadow Realm will make this easier. Now then, the first meteor that lands will spawn an ethereal tear. DPS must kill this as fast as possible, because if you take too long and the big meteor in the middle hits the ground, you'll wipe. If you're a melee DPS, pop a level 3 limit break to kill it quickly. Once it dies, you'll all get teleported back. Now, wipes are common in this phase because the wrong people eat meteors and people don't kill the tear. The only time I didn't wipe here was when I was the melee who popped the limit break, so on this occasion it's worth dropping a gentle reminder in the chat, because a lot of people do not seem to know how to handle the Shadow Realm. Once you're teleported out, the fight continues as before until boss death. As a final tip, off-tanks could taunt the boss on triples if the main tank has no mitigation. However, in a random group, this will probably just cause confusion, so unless the main tank dies, just be a DPS. And that's the Chrysalis. If you enjoyed the guide, then let me know, and if there are any other guides or perspectives you'd like to see, then check out my channel or feel free to ask me to create one. Thank you for watching, and good luck.